today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Shifts by him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
The Ravens at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
He'll get this down to the 38. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. To throw is Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
A 15-year career that's been aging like fine wine. Calais Campbell is one of the most respected players in the game. If he can get 6.5 sacks this season, that means he'll have 100 for his career.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post, and that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll look to throw here. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. To throw is Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. They've won a few in the years following.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And here he's got Grant. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 72 yards.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Steps away to his left. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, You got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half, backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
York now for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going long here for Wallace.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So we've hit halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he slings one that's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first round.
And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
This one taken just inside the 10.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
To throw again on second down. Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Looking for Cooper. That's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 69 yards.
And the Browns have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Watson now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And they'll begin by running the option.
A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They go play action with Jackson.
Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
His throw incomplete.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
Now Watson.
And he's got his man on the out route. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To throw, Watson. And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And they'll indeed take a knee. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Baltimore, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns,